Hi everybody, Gabrielle here. I am back here to bring you a Dirty Double. This is the Divine Feminine's portion of the Dirty Double. So I will say, in case you didn't watch Divine Masculine's reading, we had repeating cards, and the two that came out in the exact same place was the Nine of Wands in this position for the energy, and the Devil, which came out in the second to last position in the third row. So, yeah, just saying. So we have the King of Water and the Nine of Fire for the overall energy. We have the Ace of Cups, the Four of Air, and the Two of Earth, or Two of Pentacles for the first line. Nine of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and the Emperor for the Divine, for the second line. And the third line is the Tower, Devil, and the Knight of Wands. Now this is, what does the Divine Feminines collectively plan to do in 2020 pertaining to the Divine Masculine? Okay. And the bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups. Now I will say there were other repeating cards, like the Four of Swords came out and the other spread, but you know, that's the first. So, oh yeah, so that between the two spreads, 444 is important. Right, excuse me. I'm sure there wasn't another 4 in there. 999 is important as well as I go back through. Okay. Interesting. I feel like Divine Feminine's plan is to actually hold back and resist their sexual desires towards Divine Masculine if they had been entertaining any of that. And then for some, their plan is to get a good grip on them, quite literally. I'm actually going to check right quick. Because when you're guided to do stuff, you just do it, you know? That's interesting. For some of y'all not even sure you have it in you to even hold back from this man or woman, dependent, you know, energy's fluid. Yeah, you're like not feeling real confident about your ability to resist this man or woman. On the outside, you put up a good front. That's for some. Sorry, honey, I call it like I see it. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're learning. Yes, you are. You're learning how to control him. For some, I see that if this person, it's like if they come, oh my gosh, okay. So on one hand, this is the fickle women, fickle. This is, stop it. That's confusion. That's fucking confusion. I don't like that. I apologize, excuse me. That's confusion. You want to see what he gonna do. If you take control of the situation. Interesting. Some of y'all, actually, that's what you plan on doing. I got the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck and the Ace of Cups here. King of War. Yeah, nah, y'all about to, That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm sorry. Divine Feminine. I guess it's more y'all on the channel. Wow. That's a lot. For whomever is planning on treating this person, I feel a little revenge here. If you plan on giving this person a taste of their own medicine, I want you to be careful of karmic repercussions, okay? Seriously. I do. I want you to be careful of karmic repercussions. It's not your job to serve anyone their karma. If you inadvertently do it, that's a different thing, but you can't plot it. Okay, that's one person. That's what it feels like. All right. Wow. For some of y'all, that's funny. Like you in the background watching this person, it looked like in this situation, and maybe a new situation that's just about run its course, be controlled by another woman. And I feel like they might have actually thought this person was a little naive, a little slow. I'm just looking at the little cute little dress she got on. You know, like she's all innocent. Like, yeah. But I don't actually think this person was as naive and or innocent as they thought they were. And they're kind of in a situation now that is, in my opinion, worse than the one they were in with you. Not saying it was a bad situation. Perception's everything. And I feel like you're in the background kind of observing, snickering, because this person jumped from the frying pan into the fire a little bit. Yep. Uh-huh. And now it's like you're just waiting, it feels like. Like, seriously. With the King of Water back there, you plotting. You just plotting. Some of it feels like you're reflecting, laughing at the situation, like, yeah, that used to be me. Not, you know what I mean? But it was like flipped. Like this person was controlling, and now they're in a controlling situation. Is what that feels like. So your plan is kind of just to watch so far. And it's like, oh my gosh, you funny as shit. Alright, you better be careful with this. Not careful like that, because it's like, you're in the background, Divine Feminine. I feel like you watching, observing, using that scorpionic energy, right? looking like a tasty little snack at this point. Like, yeah, you see my boat. You see my boat. You ain't saying nothing looking at the choker. There's no communication. Like, y'all not talking. Divine Masculine was no communication. And there's no communication with Divine Feminine. These people, y'all not talking. But y'all are communicating distantly in some way. You know what I mean? Like, you're able to keep tabs on one another some way, shape, or form. Oh my gosh, Divine Feminine. It almost feels like you're gloating. A little bit. I feel like this is you. About to sail away on your maiden voyage somewhere. You a new captain and shit. He like looking at him from the dock like, don't you wish your girlfriend was... That's how this looks for 2020. Like, you like, I'm off to a new destination. Is what it looked like. You look like you excited that you dodged this bullet. I kid you not. That's really what this looked like. And for some, right? I'm getting so much. And for some, it's like, you know that it's this golden opportunity coming. Golden opportunity coming. You just feel it. It's like, if you can just keep resisting these low vibing offers, if you can just keep a handle on that, everything that you wished, hoped, and prayed for is about to roll right in. Everything you've ever been wishing, praying, hoping, everything. Like, on its way in. But it's going to involve looking at things differently. You're going to have to see from a flat surface to 3D. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to have to look at the whole spectrum. You're going to have to step away from the old. These are portals. I see portals. 2 golden opportunities here, 2 blessings from the Most High. And with this 9 of air, it's like the mental entrapment. It's like breaking free of that it's like that's the big portal. It's a mental entrapment. I feel like this is a call for discernment. I'm looking at this here. 9 of Air, Ace of Pentacles, Emperor. Ooh, I'm sorry, it's a lot, y'all. I keep staring at the Ace of Pentacles. I gotta pull cards for it. Holy Spirit, why do you keep bringing my attention to the Ace of Pentacles? Holy shit. King of Cups, 7 of Swords, Lovers, 3 of Swords. Okay. Okay. One for the 7 of Swords. One, Holy Spirit, please. One for the 7 of Swords. Is this escapism or is this deceit? One for the 7 of Swords. Maybe more than one. So, wait. Because I'm like, Ace of Pentacles, it just kept calling me and calling me. Okay. So then I pull for the 7 of Swords. Okay, Divine Feminine. There's an offer from probably a Scorpio that there was deception behind. Maybe you thought this person was your twin. And this person left away, like crept away. And when they did that, they broke your heart. Like this person didn't know what to do. Oh my God. For some, the way this reads, it says what's being revealed is that you actually walked away from your divine counterpart. But actually, that was meant to happen. That was justice. It ends with justice. Holy Spirit, but why? So things could build again. Holy Spirit, why? Okay, so I see that with the 3 of Pentacles, right? Because justice is the final card. I see the builder, right? Our holy family, our divine. See the Trinity? The grand architects of the universe, right? As the Masons would call them. Interesting, right? So, because it was all planned, is actually because that's what was supposed to happen. Maybe to humble this couple. Maybe to bring them to heal under the Holy Father and Mother. It was meant to happen. All this yellow. Mm-mm. It really was meant to happen. Wow. Wow. You actually walked away. For some. For some. You did. And for others, you walked right in to the connection with your divine counterpart. Like smack dead into him. You left one situation to find the ninth cup, right? And then you walk straight into the Ace of Cups. Straight into the divine connection. Wow. Like, that was meant to happen. Wow. Wow. It was a grand design. So if there was an affair or a third party, because that's what this looks like, this was a betrayal. 7, 3 swords. Yeah. It was orchestrated. I know nobody wants to hear that, but it was orchestrated. It was orchestrated by the divine. I know you don't want to hear that, but it really was. It really was. It wasn't right. I got the Tower, Devil, Knight of Wands, or Knight of Fire. It was not right. And it's a perspective shift. So you can see this new opportunity with your counterpart in 2020. You have to change your mind on something. Like, there's something that's off. Gemini card again. Yeah. Tower. I should know this symbol, but I don't right now. Sorry, I'm looking up something. Mars. It's just Mars. Alright. Mars in Gemini. That's what I mean. It was designed by the universe. That's why I'm like, no, that I have to figure out what that means. Mars is the god of wars, war, right? Aries. Mars, god of war. And so, oh man, that's heavy, because what it's implying, it's the masculine principle in the union. Like, this destruction was meant to happen, and this destruction was caused by the masculine principle in the union, and the perspective shift needs to be done by the masculine principle in the union. I don't care what your gender is. This tower had to happen. It had to fall. Here's the thing. I know I've touched on this. Some relationships are just wild, and they mimic bad relationships. Doesn't mean they're bad relationships, right? And I only say that because you got the devil. People don't want to always admit, but the devil is a soulmate card too. Just because it's your divine counterpart doesn't mean they can't be behaving in a toxic, devilish way, and vice versa, right? And so in order to clear the karma in this connection, is what this feels like, all that had to happen because the masculine was literally out of control, like their loins. Like, I don't want to say this person had a sex problem, like a sex addict, but maybe. But maybe. And the feminine had to help in some way, shape, or form tame the lower vibrational energies. But I do feel like in 2020, Divine Feminine, there is an opportunity for you, the collective, for us collectively, to bring harmony and balance to a connection. You just got to see it for what it is. Feel like you, oh, shit, you've been praying hard. Look into the heavens, praying hard. You're trying very desperately to see things differently. I feel like for some you've been masking. I see this yellow umbrella like a shield of joy, like you, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. But inside, you're like, Father, help me, Father, help me, Father, help me, Father, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? It's like you want. I have two of, I keep going back, two of water, ace of cups, right? Or two of cups, ace of cups, right? Then I have the two of earth, ace of pentacles. So I have three and three. Those are cards of building, reconciliation, reunion. I feel like for some, you are scared. You're scared because you see it. You see the new start with your divine counterpart. You see it. It's right there. For some, divine feminine, it appears that you're observing your divine masculine right now. And that'll be your plan for 2020. I feel like for some, if they're having, the communication isn't there. I know that. But I feel like that's, someone's about to break their silence. Because I'm looking at the divine masculine here in the Emperor card. And how the sword is in the sand, right? The water's rushing around and his hands are on top here. But it feels as though he's about to drive that sword deep into the sand and like just move past it. Like he's looking at her. Wow, I've looked at this card before and his eyes were closed. He's looking at her. She's looking at him. It's like there's like a stare off going. She's divine feminine is observing to see if the divine masculine is getting wet, honestly. To see if he's communicating with other people, if he's, being intimate. I'm looking at all this water rushing around, see how far it gets, like observing. And he's doing the exact same thing. He's trying to see if you're actually celibate or if you're hiding someone you're sleeping with. Like if you got a secret lover. Like, a friend in a glass jar. He's watching. It's mirroring. It really is. Y'all watch, but you're not talking about it, but y'all watching each other. Interesting. But you're scared to take this opportunity. You see it. You do. It's because you want to make sure, that when the tower fell, it took out all of that. That it destroyed this devilish energy, that it got rid of the player ways, the in and out energy, the instability. Like, it's really that. You want to make sure it's really done. That he's really no longer a player. Like, for real. That's real. And you're not going to sleep with this person until you can verify that. And it's not for lack of want. It's not for lack of want. For any divine masculine who's tuning in to the divine feminine's reading, it is not for lack of want. Like, she could jump on it, but she's making sure that this is over. There you are. I just want to say, Divine Feminine, I believe last cycle there might have been some sort of smothering behavior. I don't know on whose part. But it's like, whomever felt smothered before, right, now finds themselves in a very strange position. They wanted to get away from this person who they felt trapped by. Either you or them. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. Felt smothered. It was painful. It really was. Like, I'm looking at the Three of Swords and the wedding dress, and it's like, it's not. It wasn't what it was supposed to be. It wasn't. It's not what you wished for. And it's like now, it's like you're working out exactly what it is you want. You're trying to, I see this as like a manifestation, calling in all the attributes that you want within your partner. It's like, yeah, you're really trying to manifest this, see? And how the King of Wands, it just appears like, yes, your happiness, yes. Yeah, you're definitely trying to manifest this shit. You're communicating in a very spiritual way to the universe what it is you want in your counterpart, in the person that's supposed to be your complement. You learned. You now know what it is that you want from your masculine. Now that you understand what it is to be this divine counterpart. Yeah, you change it in your spirit, you change it in the 3D. Is what this feels like to me. Yeah, you are not playing this time. You're working out all the details. You look back on that old situation, right? You're like, before you were just like, I want a soulmate. I want someone that loves me. You didn't understand about balance, about companionship, partnership. Like, you just wanted to fill a void is what it feels like. But so you manifested something, but you didn't manifest it the right way. You manifested something very toxic. And so this time, it's different because you have your lower energies in control. And oh, what a relief it is. Yeah, you had to release yourself. And there was something, like, look, I kid you not, look at this. Like somebody, like literally, like there was something they had been holding in and they let it go. Look how she's holding herself here, like she got to pee. I got to pee. And then the next scene, look at the water. She just let it go. Pissed on it. I know, but that's really what it looks like. It's like this, look, this is wild. In this scene, they're in the lake, right? And it's like this person, she drank all she could drink. She absorbed all she could. And it left her like this, like desperate for relief, desperate for relief, desperate for relief. And then she got it. She got the relief. And it like released the blocks and creativity and manifestation. It just released it all. Divine Feminine, this could be you. Now you are like high vibing. Like really high vibing. Actually able to take decisive action. But I feel like the way this King of Fire is holding that sword, that knife back at him, it's like me. It's like you claimed something. You took responsibility. You did. You literally took responsibility. For everything. Whatever that means to you. Everything. Direction of your life, actions taken, choices made, all of it. Even in how things played out with your Divine Masculine. Communicating. Now, if you had walked away from them before, if you were the one who was deceptive, who was unfaithful or something like that, you were honest. You were honest about it. You took the higher path. Like there's a separation. You know, I have the Knave of Air, and then I have the Six of Air. That's 7 swords, right? And so instead of trying to run away from the problem, it looks as though you tackled it head on, and that catapulted you to a higher spiritual level that sent ricochets through the universe. It actually gave you a blessing because you listened, right? You're connected to source somewhere. You listened, and it's like you decided to tackle it. It's like you tightened up. I'm looking at the wrench. Like, yeah, you tightened up. You didn't allow the circumstance or situation or whatever it was to overcome you. You literally got to work and bossed up. And it's taking you in a whole new direction now. For some, this is solely about you claiming the little man within, Divine Feminine. Seriously. Just about you honoring your own divine masculine within. And so in 2020, it's like you're going to recognize this. You really are. You're going to recognize this thing that has happened. All this growth that's transpired because of it. Just by honoring the little dude within. Bringing you into true union with yourself. With yourself. See? It all happened for a reason. And it's like the minute you shift your perspective and get out your head about it, I do feel a reconciliation. I do. But there's an aha moment of aha moments coming for you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, loves. You have to forgive yourself. Love is complicated. It is. Love is fucking complicated. I promise you it is. But that's how you know it's love, right? Babuski, boo-boo, loves, I love you. I really do. But I know sometimes you have to remember biblical stories, right? There's some real messed up stuff in the Bible. I promise you. You be like, what? What you did? Huh? I mean, there's stories of incest. There's stories of adultery, of idolatry. You name it, it's all in there. I mean, take Solomon and Bathsheba, right? It's a crazy story, but it teaches you something. Or David and Bathsheba. I forget. I'm sorry. But I know it's Bathsheba, right? Sorry. Turning my machine back on. They lost their first child, right? Terrible. It was. But it was a consequence of breaking the rule, the law. He was blessed. But the flesh is weak. And on the real, and I'm not condoning it, but I comprehend why he did what he did. You have the right to defend your marriage. He knew that if he ever caught wind, he was going to come for his head. So the smartest thing he could do was to get rid of him. And then send him to the front line. Bathsheba's husband, right? It's terrible. I'm not condoning. I just comprehend the story. And so they lost their first child as a consequence. Child came out deformed and all. It was just hideous. But the second child was born healthy and whole and still blessed. But they did pay a consequence, right? And he went on to be great. His son, the king, like, it was fine. But they did suffer the consequence of their actions, right? And so it's like, oh yeah, and there's stories of infidelity. You know, adultery is a no-no, right? And that was adultery, because it was no-no. She knew she was married. He knew she was married. And it still went down. You know, he was the king. So her position, even though free will, you got to remember, free will. But he was the king. And he didn't take no for an answer. He just kept plying her. Anyway. I say all that because I really do see reconciliation. That's what I see in 2020. I see reconciliation. Just saying. Yeah. But you have to change your perspective. Stop being scared. For real. It's okay. But I get why you're apprehensive. Devil Knight of Wands ain't nothing to fuck with. You be like, what? What? It's nothing to play with, you know? Like, so I get why you in observation mode, Divine Feminine. I get why you're resisting your own desires, your own yearnings, your own. You are. This ain't easy. And Divine Masculine, if you tune into her reading, I want you to know this. And I don't want you to try harder to ply this person, because you know she's fighting her own desires. It's for you to show her that you've put an end to your player ways. It's for you to show her. Because it's not for lack of want. It's not. She'd be lying. She'd be lying if she said otherwise. It's not. But there's a golden opportunity right here, Divine Feminine. I got 2 aces. But you're afraid. You got to break through the fear. Break through the fear. I want to pull potential outcome, because that last line is crazy. Holy Spirit, thank you. They dropped on my lap. Let's see if they want to give me anything else, because that's harsh. Anything else, Holy Spirit? What is the potential outcome? And no, I wasn't shuffling reverse, upside down. They just dropped that way. Three of Wands drops out sideways. But actually dropped that way. Anything else, Holy Spirit, for the potential outcome for Divine Feminine? Oh! Yes! Okay. Because I was nervous, y'all. Whew. Just flew out. Thank you. And then look, bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Alright, honey. Honeys. My sweet little things. This could be you, this could be them, right? But I said you got to step through the fear. The potential outcome, I don't necessarily care for these, right? Until I get to the Five of Pentacles reverse. Then I love it. Means all this, like I said, this bottom row, I figured this was over because the Tower fell, right? Tower fell, revealing this bullshit here, right? This. It revealed all of that. It all came tumbling out. And so it had to end. Like, the stingy, look, the King of Pentacles reverse, the stingy, hoarding, disloyal person, right? The chauvinist, the narcissist, the king in the King of Pentacles, King of Wands, that's like the biggest flipping narcissist on the planet. Like I can't even, that is the most self-indulgent, self-entitled, me, mother person on the planet, right? And so thinking that this, and oh, and if this person was overindulgent in substances like alcohol, that shit's over too. Bravo. They got a control over that now. Good job. It's like, it's all over now. Because the Five of Pentacles is in reverse. It didn't get them anywhere. It didn't get them what they wanted at all. At all. At all. It left their world completely upside down. Completely. And now, Divine Feminine, right? What you need to know is you're going to be happy no matter what. I do want you to know that. But pertaining to this person who's in the process, and that's why this Three of Wands is sideways. This is a card of like really setting out on a course, like, okay, I'm going this way now. Because of this situation, this is extreme. This is not a easy personality type to come out of, right? Even though now they know it didn't get them anywhere whatsoever. They are trying now to turn this situation this way. Right now it's sideways, but you yourself, right, are free. You yourself have healed. You are being held in a better light, I will tell you that. This person at least now sees the fact that they want to manifest with you. However that makes you feel is however that makes you feel. But it's like they're now in the process of seeing what it is they manifested to begin with. That's why it's pointing this way. They're looking at that shit. Or maybe you're looking at it, right? Maybe you're looking at what you had manifested. That you manifested a cold-hearted, two-timing, overindulgent person. Right? And it's like, wow, okay. And it's like the minute you see this, right? Oh my God, baby, I love you. I do. I'm talking to myself too. I'm talking to myself too. That's who you manifested, right? That's what you manifested. This shit here, that's nasty. The minute you realize this, you can turn this situation this way. And you can set off in a brand new course and go get your happiness back. That's why I said I feel like it's a reconciliation, because it's like that is over. You're not calling in things like that anymore. You're not. And the minute you realize that, right? The minute you realize that you're no longer calling in that in because you're no longer in that lack mentality. You're healed. I keep getting that. You're healed. You can now claim this great opportunity with your masculine. Really. Yep. There's an opportunity to transform some shit. Clear the air. Get your ace of, look, get your 10 of cups. Speak your truth. Make this offer. Try again. Stop resisting. It's destined. You're going to keep going round and round with this person. Stop fighting it. Y'all belong together. Speak. Reconcile. Quit being stubborn. Peaceful days are ahead. You know this is who you want. Quit being silly. Divine Feminine, I love y'all. Thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. They are greatly appreciated. Light and love to you all. You can find me at intuitivedownloads19@gmail.com or Busy Bee Digital on Instagram and Facebook. #TellAllYourBusinessTarot. Bye, y'all.